Hi Daniela, me again. You've got the right idea, it is Pythagoras, but you need to subtract. So if you think about what you've got here, where you're saying 18 squared plus the x squared, which is this, equals that squared, 20 squared. In order to do that, you're going to need to do a subtraction. So, oh, I see what you've done now. So you've said you add 73 to that to make 400. Okay, in which case what you found is x squared. So in order to get your number, you need to square root the 73, basically. I would have done it like this. I'd have got to the same answer as you eventually. So 20, oh, lost my pen. 20 squared minus 18 squared, and I would have square rooted my whole answer, and that would actually give me the same answer as you. Now I'm going to go through this one. I think I've done a couple more of these for you, or it might have been for someone else, I can't remember. So I'm going to go through this one with you, but can you write me a message and let me know if you would like a bigger video on this topic more generally, because it might be something that you've not done before, and we'll see how we get on. So do feedback to me and let me know how you get on. So A is directly proportional to the square root of B. So A is directly proportional to the square root of B. That's the proportionality sign. Now that means that A equals something, we're going to call it K times root B. And we're given these values here. So if I substitute those values in, A is 50 equals K times the square root of 25. So K is going to equal 50 over the square root of 25. The square root of 25 is 5, so K equals 50 over 5, K equals 10. So my formula for this question is A equals 10 root B, or 10 times root B. I can then use that to go and work on any other things, but it's not asking me to, it's just asking me to get to that point. Okay, so I don't know if you've done tree diagrams before. I'm just going to show you how a tree diagram would work. So basically it's the probability of getting a 6. So if you were doing a tree diagram, you would go, if I roll the dice the first time, so first roll, okay, there, I'm either going to get a 6 or not 6, okay, and the probability of getting a 6 is 0.8, and the probability of not getting a 6 will be 0.2, because it's a biased dice. If I roll the dice a second time, I'll either get a 6 or a not 6, a 6 or a not 6. And that'd be 0.8 again, and that'd be 0.2, 0.8, 0.2. And if I roll the dice a third time, it's going to be the same thing. A 6 or not 6, 6 not, 6 not, 6 not. So what I'm looking for is the probability that I get 6 3 times. Well, there's only one branch that is going to give me a 6, 6, 6, and that's going to be this one here. 6, then a 6, then a 6. So I would do 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8. But there is an easier way to kind of think of this. I'm going to make that small and that big. Basically there's an AND rule and an OR rule in probability. If something happens and something happens and something happens, and so a 6 and a 6 and a 6, there's no ORs here, it's just a 6 and a 6 and a 6. That AND means multiply. So it's the same as going 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8, and using a calculator that will give you your answer. Now the probability of at least 1 6 means that it's the probability of everything except where you have no 6s. So I'd like you to work out the probability of not 6, not 6 and not 6. Remember it's the AND rule, and then you can figure out what's left to add up to 1. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, please message me and we can do some more work via the videos on probability.